Good evening, everybody. I'd like to
Start the recording, sorry.
good evening, everyone. I'd like to welcome everyone to the Tuesday, May 1st, 2018 meeting of the Milford Planning and Zoning Board. If we could all stand and have the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence. So 622 Gulf Street project will not be heard tonight. So we have the first order of business. Oh, sorry, roll call.
Hi, I'm Brian Collegian.
Nancy Austin.
John Grant.
Carl Moore.
Scott Marlowe.
Tom Pansella.
Denise Doucette-Janice.
Bob Sadi.
Peggy Kearney.
And Jim Quish. We also have David Solskis with us tonight. And Meg Green. Sorry about that. The first order of business is 1 Dariana Place. I'm going to recuse myself from this as I may have a future interest in the site and turn this over to Carl Esmore.
All right, so under new business is for CGS 824 approval, 1 Dariana Place with Third Amendment to lease City of Milford's staff.
Yep. This is an 824, which means that the city is entering into a lease agreement with someone, and when the city enters into a lease agreement with someone, part of the approval process is that it comes to you. So the city is asking you for your approval this evening so it can enter into its third amendment to an existing lease.
Questions from the board? All right, do we have a motion for?
I'll make a motion to approve the CGS 8-24 approval for 1 Dariana Place.
You have a second?
I'll second.
All right. Ayes and nays from left to right, please.
I'm with the motion.
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 And I'm with the motion, and the motion carries.
Thank you, Mr. Moore. Mr. Griffith, would you like to address the board?
Mr. Chair, would you like to take a vote just to add it to the agenda?
That's a good idea. So, would you explain why Mr. Griffith is in front of us?
We would like to add to the agenda Director Griffith, who is going to give to you his annual speech regarding the CRS program.
Do I have a motion to amend the agenda?
So moved.
We have a vote, we need two-thirds majority. So call the roll.
I'm with the motion.
I'm sorry, do we have a second?
I second.
Have a
Yeah,
second. Call the roll.
I'm with the motion.
With the motion.
With the motion.
With the motion?
With the motion.
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 With the motion, motion carries. Thank you. Mr. Griffith.
Thank you. I'm Joe Griffith. I'm the Director of Permitting and Land Use, and I'm also with the Milford Hazard Mitigation Committee. We meet regularly to do a number of things in terms of preparing the city for flood events in particular. The intent of this brief presentation is to report on the status of our hazard mitigation plan. The purpose of the plan is to outline steps and strategies that Milford can take to mitigate against the loss of life and damage to property during natural disasters. We're almost to the start of the hurricane season, and while our region typically experiences the bulk of our storms in the fall, it is important to be aware that they can happen at any time. Public outreach is one of the priorities in the plan, and the Hazard Mitigation Committee has asked me to make a presentation to the Planning and Zoning Board and its audience and focus on the personal property and development within the city. I'd like to take the opportunity to point out a few resources available to residents for learning more about hazard mitigation. The plan itself can be found at the city website by typing hazard mitigation into the search box on the home page or on the page for emergency management services. On the emergency management services page, there are a number of links and other important sources of information for preparing for and recovering from a disaster. Residents are encouraged to sign up for the Milford Alerts, the city's emergency notification system. Residents can sign up online, by phone, fax, or mail. On the city website, there's a sign-up page that can be found under, quote, important links, unquote, or on the emergency services page. This month, we will observe National Hurricane Preparedness Week, May 6th through 12th. NOAA's National Weather Service and its partners encourage individuals, families, businesses, and communities to know their risk, take action, and to be an example when it comes to dangerous weather. People are encouraged to make emergency preparedness plans of their own. More information can be found on the emergency services page on the city website. Should a storm or flood impact the city, it is important to remember the National Weather Service slogan, turn around, turn around, don't drown. Walking or driving through floodwater is dangerous and should be avoided. Regarding floods, more than 25% of all property owners in the city have land in the flood zone, which covers 1/3 of the city. The Planning and Zoning Department has a number of resources for residents who would like to inquire about the city's flood zones and purchasing flood insurance. We can be reached at 203-783-3245. In closing, the Hazard Mitigation Plan has been updated through the South Central Regional Council of Governments. Rather than plan alone, we are now participating in a multi-jurisdictional plan with 13 other towns. Representatives from the Hazard Mitigation Committee have participated in the planning and review process. The update is nearing completion and can be found on the SCROG website in draft form under Regional Hazard Mitigation Plan. Thank you for the opportunity to share this information. Thank you.
The chair report, there is none tonight. We have approval of the minutes for the March 20, 2018 meeting. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
I'm with the motion.
All those in favor, I think we should just do, aye. Staff report.
None this evening.
Have a motion to adjourn.
Second.